everyone, welcome back to Jus de Rose. On this channel we talk about fragrances, and today's video is a buying guide on niche brand Atelier des Ors. I'm pleased to announce that this video is in collaboration with Atelier des Ors, and not long ago I did an Instagram live with the founder where I revealed that I have a 20% discount code for you that you can redeem as many times as you want on the Atelier des Ors website. The code is Jus de Rose Live and is valid until the 11th of June. I'll put the details in the description box down below. And following this Instagram live, I've been getting a lot of requests as to what fragrances you should be getting from the brand, which is why I decided to make a little video, and I've handpicked some of the fragrances that I think are amazing from the brand. And thank you to Atelier des Ors for lending me some of these bottles so that I could show them to you. So without further ado, let's get straight into the buying guide. The first fragrance is Lune Féline. Enticing, sinful, intoxicating. This is an incredible spicy vanilla fragrance. It celebrates more of the woodier, spicy facets of vanilla. Oh, this is amazing. This smells like a cardamom-infused vanilla sponge cake. It is simply delicious and really, really addictive. The cardamom is very strong, so you gotta like cardamom to appreciate Lune Féline. You also have some sort of smoky undertones in the dry down of this scent, which makes it a perfect fragrance for the colder months, so autumn and winter time. I would also recommend wearing this on a date or on a night out. This is a perfume that you want to wear out. You want to take it out for a spin, if you know what I mean. In terms of performance, on my skin it lasts 12 hours, which is amazing, and also the projection is super strong. So if you want to get noticed and make a statement with the perfume, Lune Féline is probably the one that you would want to try. The polar opposite to Lune Féline is Nuda Veritas. Pure, ethereal, graceful. 3 words to describe this fragrance. Nuda Veritas is a fresh white floral, predominantly focusing around jasmine, as well as having some aquatic nuances with a little bit of ambroxan and moss. And the way that the jasmine is done in the scent is really watery and transparent. So it's not creamy, it's not green, it's really fresh. This is a really pretty white floral fragrance. You have some citrusy nuances in the top, perhaps with orange blossom, but essentially imagine jasmine petals with some droplets of water illuminated by the sun. This is what this perfume smells like. It's a great everyday casual fragrance to wear in the summertime if you love your white florals, but on the fresher side, then try Nuda Veritas. In terms of performance, this one lasted on my skin around 8 hours, and the projection, however, is a little bit softer. So again, it's an inoffensive white floral perfume with some citrus undertones. Whilst we're on the topic of summer, I have 2 more fragrances. The first one is Blanc Polychrome. Juicy, effervescent, and radiant. This is your citrus perfume. Compared to Nuda Veritas, where it was more floral with supporting citruses, in Blanc Polychrome, it's mainly citrus dominant with a little bit of white florals to support. So when you spray this perfume, you're going to get a mega blast of lemon and mandarin, supported by some form of transparent florals, potentially jasmine again, but ever so slightly, as well as a big dose of musk to really anchor the fragrance. Blanc Polychrome literally smells like having a San Pellegrino with a slice of lemon on a terrace in the summertime. It is that refreshing. And let me tell you right now, it is one of the most long-lasting citrus fragrances I have in my collection. On my skin, it lasts 12 hours, which is phenomenal for a citrus perfume, and it also projects quite nicely. So if you're looking for a long-lasting, fresh summer scent, Blanc Polychrome literally ticks all the boxes for me personally. With Blanc Polychrome, less is more, and it's beautiful in its simplicity. It is a perfume that I like to reach out for if I've just taken a shower in the morning and I kind of want to have an extra peps and wake up a little bit more, then I'll spray Blanc Polychrome. Now if you're looking for a complex, unique smelling summer fragrance, I'd recommend you get Riviera Lazuli. And Riviera Lazuli is part of the Riviera collection, so those gorgeous blue bottles with the white caps. There's 2 other fragrances, but I would recommend this one out of the 3, 100%. In 3 words, Riviera Lazuli is captivating, enigmatic, and addictive. It is the Aston Martin of fresh, citrus, woody, aromatic scents for summer. In this perfume, you have some gaiac wood, so a little bit of the smokiness of wood as a supporting role, so giving it a backbone and some grit, but essentially it's surrounded by some citruses, some immortelle, and some aromatic notes. Imagine you are walking along the Mediterranean coast in the summer, there's a light sea breeze, you're surrounded by little shrubs and herbs and maybe a little bit of immortelle, and it's a gorgeous summer afternoon, the sun is warming your skin. That is what Riviera Lazuli makes me think of. Riviera Lazuli definitely leans more towards masculine, so gentlemen, if you're looking for a date perfume for the summer, Riviera Lazuli is your man. This will do the job if you're having like a lunch date or like, you know, a late afternoon date before sunset, then I would recommend you wear Riviera Lazuli. If you don't want to commit to say a full-size bottle because you haven't smelt it, go and get a discovery set. You can choose which perfumes you want to add to the discovery set. Add Riviera Lazuli, try it. If you like it, then you can come back and buy the full-size bottle. And again, if you use my code, you can get 20% off the discovery set. And once you've tried it and liked it, then you can use the code again to buy the full-size bottle. But the code expires on the 11th of June. So if you want it, you gotta get it quickly. In terms of performance, it lasted on my skin around 9 hours with a projection that is moderate. So that was Riviera Lazuli. Moving into the autumn and winter staples, and this next fragrance is for you gourmand lovers out there. Rouge Saray. Now initially, I wasn't a fan of this perfume. In fact, I didn't rate it very well, but it's been getting a lot of love in the fragrance community, which is why I wanted to include it in this guide and bring it to your attention. Rouge Saray is an indulgent, luxurious treat. It is based around a main note of dates, which is what brings a lot of sweetness to this scent. It's dates, you also have some plum, more like dried fruit vibes I would get from this fragrance, and a little bit of honey. Overall, to me, this is a sticky date type of a fragrance. So imagine date syrup, so like a thick dark brown date syrup is what I get from this fragrance mixed with some dry fruits. In fact, it reminds me of Christmas time where we would have these beautiful treats laid out on a platter. You would have some dates filled with marzipan, some dried fruits with like plums or pruneaux, as we say in French. You also have some nuts like pistachios, some almonds, and all these delicious treats. And this reminds me of Rouge Saray. It's definitely the sweetest fragrance out of the whole Atelier des Ors collection, much sweeter than Lune Féline. So I think if you're a gourmand lover, you'll probably like this. Performance-wise, on my skin, it lasted around 9 hours. For the gourmand lovers, Rouge Saray. Next up, we have Bois Sikar, commanding, daring, badass. It is the most challenging fragrance from Atelier des Ors, in my opinion, but I think it is 100% worth mentioning because it's extremely unique. It has a main note of gaiac wood, which is a wood that gives a smoky effect to fragrances. It gives it almost like a barbecued effect, if you will. It's very beautiful, but it is bold. This is for those of you who, you know, aren't scared to make a statement with your fragrance, because this for sure will make a statement, and to me it smells extremely masculine. So in addition to the gaiac wood, which is the predominant note here, you also have some nutmeg and tobacco. And the way that the tobacco is done in this scent is not in a creamy and sweet way, it's really dry, spicy almost. It's like, imagine the tobacco leaf that wraps around a cigar. That is what the tobacco smells like in this perfume. So again, extremely masculine. It reminds me of walking on a late afternoon, say around 5 p.m. in the winter. You can smell the scent of the chimneys, so the smoke going up in the chimneys, that like smoky scent. That is what Bois Sikar reminds me of. In terms of performance, this one, oh my gosh, it is beast mode. Like Lune Féline. Lune Féline is also beast mode, but this is definitely one that will last around, well, at least on my skin, it lasted 12 hours. Huge projection, will intoxicate a room, so a little goes a long way with this scent. And the last two fragrances I have are those that are great to wear in the evenings. If you want to feel a little bit more dressed up and put together, I would recommend these two perfumes. The first fragrance is Rose Omeyyade, a velvety, show-stopping rose of a fragrance. This is for those of you who say, want to venture into rose and oud fragrances, but may feel a little bit intimidated by oud. Because Rose Omeyyade contains oud, but it's more in a supporting role, leaving place for the rose to really shine through. The rose in this scent is made extremely velvety and jammy. So you have this raspberry note, berry-like note that is jammy and sweet, enhanced, I believe, with some brown sugar to add that sweetness to the rose, which makes it extremely beautiful and wearable as well. Great night out fragrance. I get fantastic performance from this scent as well. On my skin, it lasted between 10 to 12 hours, and the sillage is beautiful. And let me tell you, Rose Omeyyade is a compliment magnet. I've worn a sample multiple times, and every time I've worn it, I've received compliments. So it's an extremely likable fragrance. And the final fragrance is one of my favorites. It is Cuir Sacré. Elegant, bold, masculine. This is the most gorgeous leather to vetiver combination that you'll ever smell. I know, it's a very big statement, but at least to me, I've never smelled such an incredible combination of the two ingredients. So the leather in this perfume is extremely prominent, and actually when you first spray it, it can be a little bit overwhelming, but you have this really beautiful and elegant vetiver note, which immediately oozes class with this perfume. It's just stunning. You also have some saffron to add a little bit of spice, and cardamom as well, so like all the sexy spices in one fragrance, as well as the elegance of vetiver. Now this perfume initially when you spray it is extremely loud and strong, but it will dry down much more tame, and actually the sillage isn't crazy. That's the only drawback with this scent, is that it doesn't have an insane sillage, but since it is quite a powerful scent already, I don't know if you want more sillage, to be honest. But I would recommend Cuir Sacré for more formal occasions. It will just make you smell super classy, elegant, and masculine. Alright, well this concludes today's video. I hope you found this buying guide useful. As a reminder, the code is Jus de Rose Life. I will put it in the description box down below, which you can use to redeem against any fragrance on the Atelier des Ors website. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, spread the fragrant love.